All right, I'm excited to share this concept that I learned. I'm still in Panama, hanging out. Amazing house right by the beach. Really grateful to be here, but no equipment or anything, so we're shooting some pretty raw videos on phone. But this is about, those things that you feel like you want to do or you should do. Like maybe it's posting your thing on social media, doing marketing or sales, or really just going after your mission or creating that business or whatever it may be, and yet you hesitate. That those things, those items, maybe it's starting the whole thing, or maybe it's just a specific action item or something to do. And so I learned something this weekend that blew my mind, basically about how the mind creates strategies to keep you from tapping into your greatness. Okay, and I'm going to explain that more in just a quick second. But first, think of it like this. So the mind is not designed to help us tap into our greatness, to find the best in itself. And what I mean by that is the mind is designed to keep us safe, to keep us alive, right? So it does that by looking at the things that it already knows. All the things from our past, our past experiences, everything that's inside our comfort zone, the mind knows is safe, and therefore wants to keep us inside of that, right? Even though there's more potential in us, even though there's more greatness, it wants to keep us inside that. So what it does is it comes up with strategies to try to force us from doing things that are uncomfortable. So what are these strategies? So for me, I realized one of the strategies that I often had was overwhelm, was feeling like I was just too busy and I was overwhelmed, and I couldn't seem to get the things done, right? And I had, even though I'd created a business, but then when it came to wanting to create a new mission, I continually was trying to drive forward with the emergency brake stuck on, and I always felt overwhelmed. And what clicked was recognizing, as I was learning this, was that the overwhelm is a strategy my mind uses to keep me from doing something that's uncomfortable. And unknown. Because it thinks that since it's unknown, maybe it's unsafe. Think about that for a second. So what is your strategy? I mean, we've all got many. So I think that the overwhelm was one, feeling busy or distracted was another. But then when I could look back at it, I see that it was actually self-sabotage that was doing that, because I wasn't disciplined with my calendar. I wasn't disciplined with my time. I was juggling multiple projects and staying busy on things that weren't really the main thing that I wanted to do, but they were inside my comfort zone. And so because I was so busy with these, then it kept me from making the time. So that's how self-sabotage works, right? But we don't do it consciously. It's an unconscious thing. So it's not something to shame or guilt ourselves about. It's simply about being able to acknowledge. In the moment that we acknowledge that thing, that pattern, that limiting belief, whatever it may be, we shed the light of our consciousness on it, and then we start to dissolve it. The change starts to happen in the acknowledgement alone. And so often, there can be a hesitation to want to even acknowledge, because it's almost like, and I've seen this a lot with people, where the fear of admitting something almost feels like a way to protect from making it true. But the way out is actually the acknowledgement and the acceptance. Because think of it like this: it's a part of you. Like if there's something that's getting in your way, or a pattern or a habit that doesn't serve you, that is a part of you that's doing that. So if you judge or shame that, that means that you're judging or shaming yourself, right? Because it's you that's doing that. So judging and shaming ourselves, what does that do? Well, that defeats our confidence and our self-esteem. We don't build confidence, we don't build self-esteem by putting ourselves down. We have to build ourselves up and then acknowledge and accept what's there. And so I want to encourage you to think about what strategies get in the way. What is it you really want to do? And what consistent patterns or strategies do you see happen when it comes time to do that step, to take that thing, whatever it may be? So comment, share. I'd love to hear more about it. This is a new thing that's just really struck me that I'm seeing and working my way through. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that.